Hey guys, it's Taylor. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you are new here. We are starting off the intro of this vlog barefaced because why not? But anyways, today's video is going to be reading only Kindle Unlimited books for the week. So just ignore the completely full TBR card behind me because you're probably like, Miss Girl, you probably should work on that. And you're probably right, but life is too short, right? So I just kind of was in this weird slump in the beginning of August where I don't want to read a single book on my TBR cart. I'm a huge mood reader. I feel like we can relate to that. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to read a book on my Kindle. I just got some new Kindle stickers and a new pop socket. And so I just wanted to like hold my Kindle all of a sudden, which I love my Kindle, but I usually read like maybe one Kindle Limited book a month, but usually every other month. So I was like, you know what, I'm going to read a Kindle Unlimited book. And then 4 Kindle Unlimited books later, I was like, I love Kindle Unlimited. So basically, I got the idea to film this video to give you guys kind of some Kindle recs, and it's a fun, different reading vlog than just a physical book reading vlog. You'll get some Kindle recommendations. Maybe I'll get some from you guys if you comment your favorites. And yeah, I thought this would be a fun, different reading vlog. So let's go ahead and get into our first book of the Kindle Unlimited reading vlog. Okay guys, I'm coming to you live from my bed because I just woke up and like showered and whatnot. And I felt like I needed to talk about this like fresh this morning before I read any more. So the first Kindle Unlimited book we're reading is The Last Letter by Rebecca Yarros, which I normally will read about like 20% into a book before I even do an update because most of the time there isn't really much to say. But within the first 9% of the book last night, I was like, what the heck? And I was in a vlog, but it was really dark and my little like flashlight thingy, or not flashlight, but like little thing was dead. So I was just gonna wait till today. So I think I'm about 16%, but at the 9% mark, I was like, what in the world? Like, I think 3 major like sad things happened. And I was like, oh my God, like I'm really sad right now. But also I just love books that like provoke a ton of emotion. So I'm definitely like in this book, like I'm excited to keep reading it, but I think I just wasn't prepared for that. And so far, obviously these are spoiler free. I'm just gonna kind of tell you like the gist of what's happening. The main character, the female main character, her brother is off on a deployment. And which, first of all, I never like reading military books because I am a military spouse and it just cringes me out. But anyways, I just knew that this book was gonna be good because Rebecca Yarros is like one of my favorite authors. And so her brother is deployed, and then her brother is like asking her to write letters to his best friend. His best friend doesn't have like any family. He's kind of like a grumpy, like, I hate everyone. I'm just off in the military because I was in the foster care and blah, blah, blah. And so she's like writing it to him, but he doesn't like give out his name. He goes by like a nickname. And so like they're just kind of like writing back and forth a little bit. He was hesitant at first, but she's just kind of talking about life, and because she also is kind of using him to like vent to because she doesn't know him and he doesn't know her, and she's also alone. Like her parents are dead, she only has her brother, and her brother's off on this deployment with his best friend and whatnot. And so they're writing back and forth to each other, and then she actually is a single mom, and so she kind of has some stuff going on with her kids, and so she's kind of venting to him about that and all this stuff. And then something like really sad happens, and we're kind of like fast forwarded a little bit, and like they possibly are going to meet, but I don't think that she's gonna know it's him. I don't know yet, I haven't read that far. But yeah, so obviously spoiler free, but it's crazy so far. Like I'm very into it. And again, like I said, I don't like military books because they're usually really cringy and like unrealistic. But Rebecca Yarros, actually, she wrote The Things We Leave Unfinished, which was another kind of military book. But it was more about like their grandparents like military relationship, and like they were like looking through it through letters and stuff. But it was just written so well and so beautiful, and it literally was one of my favorite books I've ever read. And then she also wrote Fourth Wing, which I didn't personally love, but I don't love fantasy. But I knew when I read The Things We Leave Unfinished that The Last Letter would be really good too, because even though it was military, like I said, that other one was really good. So anyways, that's my first update on the first Kindle Unlimited book that we're reading. And so far, I'm gonna need to go download it because it's so good. But we have a few things to do today, and then I plan on kind of just binging this book tonight. So I'll probably see you guys in a little bit once I read. Friends, I guess it's time for an update on The Last Letter. I'm actually like 42% through, and I actually was reading like a good amount today throughout the day, and every time I wanted to film like b-roll of me like sitting down reading, my camera was charging because I'm also filming some other videos, so like while filming this. But long story short, I've been reading for a good amount today. I probably read for about 3 hours in between doing some other tasks, and I'm still really enthralled in this book. But I also feel like it's kind of going slow. Like it's not, but I feel like I've read so much and we're only 41% of the way through. But I am in love with Beckett. Is that his name? That doesn't sound right. It is Beckett. Okay. Anyways, I'm just so like, he is like the main male character that we want in every romance book. I'm just scared though because he's telling a lie to her, and her biggest thing is like when men lie, like she's done with them for good reason. But I just know that they're finally gonna end up getting together, and then the lie is gonna obviously come out. I don't know what the lie is, but it's gonna come out because it always does. And it's gonna be, is that what they call a second act or third act breakup? I don't know. Anyways, yeah, still very much obsessed with it though. I think he's like, the way he's treating her kids and like being there to support her is so cute, and like I just love him. So that's my update. I kind of want to finish it tonight. It's 8:30 and I don't really have anything else to do, but I do kind of need to go to bed semi early because I have a lot of stuff to do early in the morning tomorrow, but we'll see. That's my mini little update. Oh my god, I have not cried from a book. I can't remember the last time a book like actually made me cry. I'm 91% into the last letter, and it just took a turn that I literally just wasn't expecting, and I'm actually sobbing right now, and I'm scared to keep reading. Okay guys, it's been a little bit since I filmed that clip of me like bawling this morning. I feel like I needed like some time to digest what the heck freaking happened. First of all, I want to just say that this is the second book that I've read on Kindle this month so far, which the first book I actually read on Kindle Unlimited. I didn't vlog because I didn't know I was gonna make this video, but I might talk about it towards the end of the video. But that was a 5-star read, and then this one was a 5-star read, and I'm like, sometimes I forget that I have like access to all these books at the touch of fingers. Like it's just crazy. But I obviously rated that book, The Perfect Stranger, that's not the right book, The Last Letter, a 5-star. It was so good. Any book she writes I will read. That's my third book I read by her. I read Fourth Wing, The Things We Leave Unfinished, and then The Last Letter. I just can't. Do you want to get down? And like I've said a million times, I don't typically like books revolving around like military romance, whatever, but this is the second book I read so far that had like some type of military affiliation, and it was just done so well. The ending of the book obviously made me bawl, and I can't remember the last time I cried over a book. Like I really literally can't. But it's just, the whole book was like so sad, but at the same point when sad things were taking place, you also were like rooting so hard for like the main female character, and like just amazing, literally amazing. But while we're on the topic, since this is a Kindle Unlimited video, I just got a new pop socket and I'm gonna put on my new Kindle, so I figured I'd show you guys. So I just recently decorated my Kindle with a little case and stickers, so I had to take my old pop socket off, and I made a whole TikTok on that. But this just came in the mail today. I just got a clear one because I wanted to still be able to see like the stickers underneath it. So we're gonna put this on, and then I don't know what book we're gonna read next, but I have to go to work in a little bit, so I'm not gonna start a book now. In the wrong spot, but there she is. I will say though, I do like that with the pop sockets now you can change them. I feel like back in the day you couldn't do that, but now you can like take them, the top pop part off. And yeah, I like the way it looks with the clear one. So you can still see the stickers, but I still get to have my little pop socket. Hello you guys. I started the next Kindle Unlimited book in today's video, so I wanted to talk to you guys about it. So I'm currently reading Mile High on Kindle Unlimited. I'm showing you guys on my phone because I have like the older Kindle that doesn't show the cover like on the front. It's like an ad. But yeah, we're reading Mile High. I started it last night. I think I only got like 10% in because I was really exhausted, and I had like popped a melatonin, and then went to bed. But I want to give a quick little just like first impression. I feel like this book is so hyped. I think it's a series, but I don't know if each book is about a different player because it's a hockey romance series. But so far off the bat, I'm really interested. We have like your typical douchey athlete. He's rich and blah, blah, blah. And I think it's gonna be like a flight attendant hockey player romance. I went into this completely blind. I've just heard a lot of great things about it. And so she is a flight attendant. Her brother is actually a famous like basketball player. So she kind of has like experience with like douchey athletes and men. And so she's just kind of like not fazed by his like fame and his attitude. And I definitely think it's gonna be like an enemies to lovers is what I'm assuming. But yeah, I'm really intrigued so far, and I'm gonna try and get a good chunk of the way through it today. Today was my only short shift of the week, and this is actually the last week before my fall semester starts. So I have just like some chill time right now. So today's kind of like my last like very chill, nothing really to do. So I did a bunch of chores and whatnot. I like just got ready for bed even though it's literally like the sun is out, just so I can sit in bed and kind of just relax and read. So yeah, let's start number 2 of this video. This book literally has me like giggling right now. It's like one of those books where it's like swinging your feet like giggling. So good. The banter is so good. I'm on chapter 9 and I really should go to sleep because I'm opening double tomorrow, but it's so good. Hello friends, it is now the next day. I'm not wearing the same shirt. I actually have like literally 3 of these baby tees in white, and I just keep putting them on because they're really comfy PJ shirts. But anyways, I worked out, showered. I had to do some like school paperwork because school starts on Monday. So I had to do some like paperwork for like my placement stuff. But anyways, it is now, what time? 2 o'clock. I have to leave for work in about like an hour and a half. So I kind of just want to read until I have to go to work because I'm literally loving this book so much more than I thought I would. Usually I feel like sports romances for me in the past, like I read them and I like them, but they're nothing to like talk about. Like usually like I don't really like love the characters. Kind of like an icebreaker. Like I liked the book, but it was nothing that I'd like ever want to like reread or anything. I don't know. But this book, I'm just in love with the 2 characters, and I also feel like there's just a lot of like representation. I feel like the main female character is like a curvier girl, and she kind of like goes through and talks about like the struggles of like people making fun of her, and like some of the players like make comments about her body, and then like he like sticks up for her and is like, I don't understand, like she has a beautiful body, like whatever. And I just think that is like cool because I feel like most of the time books don't ever really dive, a lot of the books don't really dive into like those type of topics, and I feel like I enjoyed reading about that. Like I like, because I feel like some of those thoughts that the main character is having are relatable to me. Like I'm not a super skinny girl, which is fine, but I've definitely had some of those like thoughts, and like in middle school, like when boys would be like, her thighs are bigger, like, you know what I mean? It's just, yeah. So I like that. And also I really like the main male character. Also, I forgot to mention, I'm 50% through. I've been trying to stay up late at night and read, but I've just been so tired after work, and I feel like normally I would read a lot faster, but we're struggling. But anyways, I'm literally at 50%, so that's my 50% update. The main male character, I just love him because at first I thought it was gonna be like an enemies to lovers, like he hates everyone in the world but her, but there's so much depth to him as a character, and like as we're going through, we're like learning that there's like a lot of like good things that he does, and like his thoughts, and like him working through his own stuff. I just love it. I love both of these characters so far. I think their banter is so funny. Every time he says, "Are you following me?" I'm like literally love this book. So she volunteers at a dog shelter, and he just adopted a dog and donated a bunch of money to the shelter because it's like barely holding on. And I cannot deal with this man. So cute. He just said, you don't have to love your body every single day. That's unrealistic to expect. But I'll be here loving it for the days that you can't. King material. You look so comfy. Great. I have to get ready for work. I'm at 72% and I don't freaking want to. This book is so good. I'm just like surprised because I really didn't expect to like love it this much, but okay guys, we are back with our final and last update to Mile High. I finished it last night. I don't know if I vlogged any clips of like me in the thick of finishing it because I literally stayed up till like 1:30 after getting off work. There's like a hair in my eye. And I was just like so, do you ever get like that anxious feeling where you're about to finish a book and you don't know which way it's gonna go? So you're trying to like read really fast, but then you get like anxiety. No, just me. That was my cat body slamming my other cat into my $300 mirror. Anyways, we finished it last night and I literally just loved it. I was gonna rate it a 5 stars, but I rated it like a 4.5 just because there was a few parts where I was like, okay, it's kind of dragging on. But this morning I actually looked up on TikTok like edits of it, which I never really look at edits. I never really look up books after I read them like to find other people's reviews or anything. And for some reason this morning I did, and everyone was saying that The Right Move, which is the second book, is so much better and that the characters are so much better, which is crazy because I feel like this whole time I was talking about how much I love the characters and their representation and things they were saying. So now I'm really tempted to go read The Right Move because I'm like, if everyone's saying that one's so much better and I love Mile High, like that's great, maybe The Right Move will be a 5 star for me. So I'm immediately adding that to my Kindle TBR, but you guys have to let me know if you've read it or not. But I really loved Mile High, and I feel like it's kind of an unpopular opinion because a bunch of people are saying that they like The Right Move way more and they didn't love Evan Sanders, and I'm like, what? I loved Evan Sanders, so I don't know. But obviously, without spoiling it, the ending was just wrapped up in like a perfect little bow and everything went great. And I just loved the characters. Both of their developments throughout the whole entire story was amazing in my opinion. And I just loved it. So that is the last book for my reading only Kindle Unlimited books for the week. I had so much fun filming this video, and it's literally August 18th, the day that I'm filming this, and I have not read a single physical book all August, which is kind of crazy. And so when I go and do my wrap up at the end of the month, I feel like everything's gonna be pictures because I didn't read literally my TBR cart full, but me just going through my Kindle Unlimited because I always forget how many great books are on Kindle Unlimited, and I need to utilize it because I do pay the $10 a month anyways. So yeah, these 3 books were literally great. And I also said I would talk about the one I read in the beginning of the month that I didn't read for this video, called The Perfect Stranger. So I read that, and that's what inspired me to actually make this video because I was like, dang, there's so many good books that I keep like not reading. So I read The Perfect Stranger, and without going into it, my cat is playing with lights, I'm so sorry. Basically I thought it was just like a typical romance novel, but the ending was like kind of a huge twist that I didn't expect. And I feel like if you like Colleen Hoover's books, like when I started reading, I read Colleen Hoover's books because I loved how they were like romance, but then there was always like a twist. I love a book with a twist because I don't like to be bored. And so I feel like this book kind of reminded me of like a Colleen Hoover, but better and more smutty and more adult in that aspect. But yeah, you guys all have to read that one because it was so freaking good. But I had just an amazing week with these Kindle Unlimited books. Literally all of them were either 4.5 or 5 stars, which is crazy that that happened. Wasn't planned that way, but I have so many new books that I added into my library. You guys have to let me know your favorite Kindle Unlimited book in the comments down below so I can add more, and maybe I'll do a part 2 of this video. Let me know if you guys like this different kind of reading vlog. And yeah, that's it. I'll see you guys in my next one.